think it's enough.
Warming up. Oh boy. It's going to be another one of those episodes where we'll be so hungry afterwards.
I don't know. I'm pretty full. We're sharing links, sorry, for people who are wondering what the hell's going on.
Okay, YouTube is running. Facebook, I see it, madam. Facebook is running. If you're there, please do feel free to share the stream. Invite more people to join us tonight.
Self-promotion, self-promotion.
Yeah. Okay. Both feeds are running.
Okay, let's link. Oh, I should tell them. Let's try bothering our new friend.
We'll be starting in a few, just prepping for our episode to start.
Did I register? Did I kill it too soon? Okay. It's the same ad banner.
Do we have the right caption on?
Huh?
Wala
Yeah,
lang.
yeah.
Okay. Baka lang it's in the old caption again.
Mm-mm.
Just starting very soon.
This share too soon. You know. It's like, what? Why did it go straight to live?
The perils of a live stream.
Yes. Silly thing.
So while we're waiting for people to show up,
Yes.
it's only a Tuesday. It feels like a slow progression of days again.
It's so busy, but hey, there's a weird holiday in the middle of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those holidays that, what do you do with this holiday? No idea. So that, oh, what's going on? Come on, Wi-Fi. And devices.
Hello, hello. Whoever is there, do comment so we know who you are. We unfortunately can't see until you comment. But we'll be starting in a few minutes.
Yep, we're just giving time for people to join, finish dinner, get hungry, or whatever works for you. I'm just prioritizing also internet to my device.
I've shut down all other stuff just to be sure.
Yeah, I think I'm mostly clear.
So do let us know if the feed is going clear. We had a few hiccups the other day. Oh my gosh, hi Jim. Hey Mitch.
Hello.
Okay, I guess we might as well start because we don't want to waste time. It is late and we might as well start. This is Toby.
And this is Rocky.
And if it's your first time here, welcome to Baduy Pride, a little space on the internet where we talk about anything we
It is completely unscripted and not entirely accurate, but at least it's. Oh my god, I'm
want.
lost. Completely unscripted, not entirely accurate, but at least it's honest. Join us. We talk about everything and anything random live.
And if it's not your first time here, thank you so much for joining us again. So tonight is a Tuesday here in the Philippines. So that means we tend to cover food and related topics
Because do you want to say your pun?
because we chew on Tuesday. So
We
hi,
shoot every day.
hi
though.
to Mitch, hi to Jim,
For
hi to
people who have
Urim,
teeth.
and anyone else who's joined us. Again, we cannot tell if you're there unless you comment. So please do comment. We will try to incorporate your comments during the show.
Yeah, and in typical live stream fashion, please please share, blah blah blah.
Subscribe.
Help us. Yeah.
But tonight's episode is all about kimchi and other banchan because we try to choose topics from
You're gonna say
from
which streams
topics
again.
which friends have suggested,
Yes.
and Mitch suggested this topic.
And Mitch is our only friend. No, because Mitch, as Mitch leaves most of the topic suggestions. on
Jim
the
says to
thing.
leave him alone. He already commented. Yes, Jim. It's part of the protocol.
It doesn't sound like you're leaving him alone. So,
All right, so let's talk about kimchi and the different dishes.
so shouldn't you talk about definitions first?
Oh my god! See, now you're throwing it back at me. You were complaining how I always ask for definitions first.
I figure I get it out of the way before you interrupt things mid session. So let's just go.
Maybe we should drag in Mitch because Mitch is the person who did suggest the episode. Mitch is also the person who would better be able to talk about this because she actually can speak the language.
But let's. I know we for spoiler alert. She's still prepping. So we'll get to that in time. For now.
Hi, Rahan.
Oh look, and then has the characters Banchan. Yay! Okay. But literally, I know you have the Wikipedia page up, so let's get this out of the way.
So, banchan or bansang, as according to Wikipedia, is a collective name for the small side dishes served along with the cooked rice in Korean cuisine. The Korean language does not distinguish between singular and plural, so one word is used for whether it's one dish or combined. Yeah, so this ranges from a lot of different kinds of side dishes, and supposedly the wealthier or the more extravagant the setting, the more side dishes would be present.
Can you think about the first time we encountered this? I mean, like we've eaten at a bunch of different places, but I guess it's obviously when you go to an actual proper Korean restaurant that you really have this happen.
Mhm.
And then I think the first time it happened, it was really like, what are they doing? It's
Yeah.
like, they're just all these little plates that they keep putting out.
So we opted to go for we opted to try eating there. We weren't really sure what to expect. We didn't really know what we'll order.
And it was a place in Gateway.
Mhm.
It wasn't even Sariwan yet, which
It was
became our staple.
really a let's try it.
Yeah, let's
we've never
try
done this.
something.
Let's try it. And then we ordered. And then the next thing you know, they started putting down the side dishes. And I remember I was like, "Excuse me, wait, did we order this?" Because I was panicking. I was actually afraid that they gave us the wrong order.
Yeah, so that was a interesting experience. And then it differs based on restaurant. I think there was another restaurant
Mhm.
that had like a mini bar
Mhm.
of side dishes.
Yes.
And then you would serve yourself. But then it was really like, really? They just want us to go get stuff. And then, okay.
So Jim shares, one of us is married to a Korean and eats banchan all the time. Oh, that is nice.
Well, I am not married to a Korean.
But we
nor,
sort
nor
of tried.
am I married. So I guess it's not us.
But we sort of tried having it every time because we do have kimchi at home.
Yeah,
keep a jar of kimchi.
okay, and that predates things. Let me provide weird cultural context. Is that
Mhm.
I don't know why my family's always been into kimchi. We're not
Mhm.
like we don't necessarily have strong Korean ties. And then I think growing up, what was interesting and coincidental was that one of my sister's busmates,
Mhm.
was it my sister or was it mine? I think it was my sister's busmate.
Probably
Um,
your sister.
lived like down the street, and they were a Korean Filipino family, and they would make their own kimchi. And then
Nice.
sometimes they would share with us, and we'd get like an ice cream gallon
Mhm.
filled with homemade kimchi, and it was amazing. So, um, but as a kid, it's like, what the heck is this? It smells terrible.
Did they ever tell you the same thing Jim is mentioning here, where all of his aunties claim kimchi cures everything?
I
Did they
mean,
ever talk about it as a curative or as a
I
it's
think
good for
it's
your
just stressed
cold?
that it's healthy and that
Mhm.
it's good for something.
Mhm.
Okay.
I've heard similar things in the sense that, um, as terrible as this will sound, when it comes to Asian stuff, the weirder it looks or smells, the more medicinal or good for you it is.
That
Hence,
is fair.
supposedly, if it's like the black chicken soup, that's why it's black because it's really healthy and it's medicinal. When it comes to those
Oh my god, there was
dishes, yeah.
this tea that they made me drink at one of the Chinese restaurants
Hmm.
that my sister would bring me to in Singapore, and it's like really tiny cups,
Hmm.
and then it's like super bitter, and
Hmm.
of course it's like, oh my god, what is this? But of course the first answer is it's good for you.
Yeah.
Then
And
drink
then
more.
my dad also used to remind me of that whenever he'd get all these different plums and fermented, I don't know what they call it, candies or snacks.
Mm.
It's all these little fruits that are fermented or candied or whatever dried up. And he's always like, that's good for you to try it. It's medicinal. And then it's all these extreme super sour or super salty and sour. And
Yes.
yeah. So going back to Banchan.
So Jim continues to share that it's fermented and not pickled, which means it's good for your liver and gut.
Okay.
And then, but pickled foods build up in your kidneys.
Oh, I
Interesting.
think that's part of what you were talking about for your keto stuff.
Yeah, it's also why it's like okay for keto to have kimchi
Because they're
it,
fermented and not.
yeah, things like that. So Urim shares his first experience with when he was teaching and dating Koreans. I hope that wasn't like super concurrent, like the same Koreans. So, minor ethical quandary there.
I'm already trying to pinpoint which one that was.
Okay, so but yeah, there's that, and then I guess beyond minor context, you didn't get any other exposure to kimchi and or banchan before we were
No,
together.
to be honest, family wise, we never really went for Korean food. Uh, and admittedly, at that time, we weren't really into Korean stuff. Not
Okay.
even Korean shows and stuff. I was into one single thing, which was My Sassy Girl. My mom
Yes.
at that time wasn't into Korean shows. Lola was. And
And that's
mom,
totally changed now.
and it was super. My mom was like, I don't know why Lola likes these movies. And then, ganyan.
And then things
Yeah,
have
and
changed.
now things have changed so much. And at the time, the go-to food place for us was Mongolia
Okay.
because dad was super into the Mongolian bowl, the Mongolian grill,
yeah.
and we'd go there and we'd like have 4 to 6 bowls each, and that was us.
Oh my god, Jim shares when they moved into this house, there were Koreans there before them, and they left a kimchi fridge, so you had to throw it away. I completely understand. That
Oh.
must have been very potent.
I presume that was a fridge devoted.
Yeah,
to-
just to the kimchi. So yeah, that'll be very ripe,
Mm.
for lack of a better term. Okay. Yeah, and then okay to be, and I think the last thing before we like try to look at some of the lists we found is
Mhm.
that I think a lot of it also deals with well, my family obviously likes a lot of sour
Yes,
things, and then like we have a
they drink
propensity.
vinegar.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say we're very generous with vinegar,
But, the
but
truth
yes, some
is-
family members may seem to consume enough vinegar to seem to be drinking it, and then everything like cucumber
Mm.
and vinegar, I think
Mhm.
singkamas and vinegar, and so yeah, so but then like and then kimchi was like a natural companion, and then we would typically have some
Mhm.
stored away, and it's kind of amazing how common it is. I mean, now it's like in the supermarket, you have kimchi choices,
Mhm.
and then in some supermarkets they have fresh kimchi. Remember, that was in
Yes.
in Shopwise.
Yes.
That they had a kimchi bar.
And then you could like
then
buy,
you could
by weight.
by weight.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that I mean I didn't know if it tasted any good.
So Mitch asked, what is the difference
Rahan.
between pickled and fermented? By Rahan. So according to this website, pickled involves soaking food in an acidic liquid to achieve a sour flavor. When foods are fermented, the sour flavor is a result of a chemical reaction between the food's sugars and naturally present bacteria. No added acid required.
Yeah. Yes.
I was about to burp. I'm sorry.
I was like, okay, do you want me to agree with you some more?
That sounded tight, but yeah. Okay.
Mitch, like you can have a whole meal just with banchan. Actually, that's true, and I think that's what ends up happening to me. And then, last segue is that so when I shifted to keto
Mhm.
from before, because we were already eating at Sariwan, which is a nice Korean place nearby.
Mhm.
We were already eating there before I went keto. But then when I shifted to keto, then it's like, what can I eat? What can I not eat? And I was surprised at what I could still eat. But then there's stuff that I couldn't. So like, I couldn't have rice anymore with the meals. And then so we just loaded up like on the other stuff. And so the side dishes really came in handy and like
Yes.
staying full. And then we would always be ordering like I get more kimchi, I get more of this
Mhm.
kangkong thing and maybe the fish cake, although I shouldn't have too much of the fish cake.
And then there was also that learning curve for us in understanding that Banchan is different depending on where you eat. Because there was that
Yes.
expectation at
Of
first.
the exact same thing.
Yeah. So we were like, so we ate in that restaurant. We're like, okay, that was interesting. They had all these nice little things. We didn't like that. We like this. So another Korean place, let's try it. And then why are they different?
Yeah, I remember I can't remember the one in Green Hills, and that was like I didn't like the side dishes
Mhm.
there. It tasted then it was cheap. It was an unlimited buffet, but then the side dishes were kind of crap.
And then
Like
sometimes, and I presume based on the list we'll talk about in a bit, I guess local restaurants try to give it their own spin. So they include stuff which don't normally appear in a bansha. What are you doing?
I'm preparing layout.
Mitch, are you ready to join us? Please do comment if you're ready. So we'll shoot you the link and we'll wear our headset.
Yeah, because audio is always an issue. Okay.
Yeah. So there was that realization that it's different per place. Some places give it their own spin.
Jim says even days of the week, and I get that. Like you know, you can rotate in different ways. Although
That's
here,
interesting.
what we observe mostly is that restaurants just have like
They're
practically
preset.
the same set over and over again. So
Okay, Mitch says she can join. I believe she has the link. Mitch, if you have the link in the messenger chat, please activate it. I have to untangle this.
yeah, I think it's like it's a little short.
Yeah.
So impromptu guest episode, just so that Mitch can practice her Korean.
Well, also because we're gonna butcher the language.
That is true too.
So
I'm learning German and Mandarin on Duolingo. So sorry, Korean is not one of the things.
Mitch, do join us. So Jim shares there are different ways to make kimchi, and I can always tell when it's fake. They will make it quick, and it won't taste right. It has to age.
I can get that. I get that.
Yeah, I remember reading that there are different types of kimchi as well. Because they're not just cabbage, and the way they're prepared can differ as well. So, Mitch, when you are ready, you shall appear.
I cannot tell if the headphones are connected.
Well, that's because we can't hear anything yet. We'll only hear it once Mitch joins.
Yeah, then I want to test tuloy something really quick lang. Wait lang. Just to make sure, because it's gonna play loud. Yeah, no, it's not yet.
Didn't detect.
Yeah. Sorry, an awkward lull.
I guess it's the headphones because I have this similar problem with my other set.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's detecting.
Okay, then we'll have to do it.
Sorry, we're trying to fix audio.
You use your headset. I'll listen to the delayed audio instead.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the only way to keep the show going. Because I still would rather have Mitch with us than.
No, no, it's fine, Mitch. Don't worry. Oh, sorry, Mitch is like chatting. Okay, yeah, my audio's working. Okay, okay. We're bringing in our consultant. Hey, Mitch.
Annyeong, can you hear me?
Yes, you are now on the show.
Oh my
Hello.
god, it's my first time in Baduy Prod.
Yay. We should have FGT friends. So, okay. So we have
Annyeong.
different lists that we can look at, and then,
Sure.
um, yeah, then I just try to focus on the ones that has like pictures. We'll see if that works.
I'm like in different time zones.
I'm sorry,
Because of
you're
the-
getting delayed audio.
But it's okay.
Okay. Okay. So I'll pop this open. So we'll all like
Ooh.
shrink on the side. Okay. Oops. I'll just take the captions off. Okay.
Yeah, so while you're doing that, we'll just continue. Jim mentions there is MU kimchi,
Moo.
which
Which
is
is daikon
daikon
radish
radish instead of cabbage. When it gets old,
Moo
it gets
means
bubbly. And then I'm sure there's a bunch of
Mm.
others that he'll probably add later. But let's attack our list.
Okay. So this one though is like specifically some 15 vegetable based side dishes you can make at home. So I don't know about
Yes.
the authenticity.
Jima.
So this first one, how do you say this, Mitch?
Kong namul. Kong namul munchin. Muchin.
Okay, I think I can do
Kasi
the
yung,
same thing.
the K is G, pero it sounds like K. Kong namul
Ah,
muchin.
okay. And this is a classic, like, so it's seasoned soybean sprouts. And then,
The K is G.
Sometimes it's G, sometimes it's K. Wait. Let's have a Korean 101.
my whiteboard.
It's very prepared. So this is, sorry yung pangit.
It's
Ayan.
okay.
So this is the first letter in their alphabet is G. But
Okay.
if it's on the start of the word, it's pronounced as K.
Wow. Okay.
So you can say gong, pero it's better to kong
Oh, that
namul
makes
mochi.
sense. Okay. And this is a seasoned soybean sprout thing. And, the joy of toge, I realized, is that toge is keto.
Yes. Yes.
So it is still a side dish I can eat.
Okay.
I don't know if we've necessarily had this specific one. Okay, the next one, Mitch, go for it.
She gum chi namul. So
Ah,
namul
it's a
is like
seasoned spinach.
season siguro. That's what it meant.
Oh nga no, kasi the other one is also a
The other
kong
one.
namul. Yeah. And then it's spinach. And I love bitter green type
Mhm.
things. So
Di ba parang
I
ano
like
to?
little things like this.
Parang yung
Parang
nasa,
kangkong din.
what's that with the Xiaolong Bao? That restaurant.
Din Tai Fung.
Oo, di ba
You
may
can eat Din Tai
umiikot-ikot na
Fung.
ganon?
Yeah, in terms of the starter food. Okay.
Here.
Uy muchim. Right?
Yay!
Spicy cucumber salad. So I'm always scared of like the spicy mixes because sometimes they're sweeter than they should be. Then I'm worried about sugar,
Mhm.
but then I don't really care. So yeah, funny what ads I'm getting.
Hobak.
How about this?
So it's a
Hobak.
stir-fried zucchini.
Buk, kum. Hobak bukum.
I just
So it's not kiyum, it's kom.
Kum kasi it's EU. EU is like like this.
Oh my god, that reminds you of
Thank you.
EU.
I'm practicing kum.
Yeah,
Hi, Jed.
EU naman in German is oi.
Oy.
So it's like so euro is euro. So it's just funny.
Yeah.
Okay, a stir-fried zucchini. This feels strangely Western to me, only because it's zucchini. But then I get it. I guess I can work with cucumber. Ooh, okay, that's nice.
Kaji namul.
But see, there's namul again, but it's not seasoned; it's steamed. But it looks like it's also still seasoned.
I will
love
research about
eggplant.
namul.
Mm.
Our family is super super into all
Mm.
forms of eggplant.
And it
Whether-
gets really creamy when you cook it nicely.
Yes. So yeah, I'm super into that. Okay. And then see it there is again. See sukju namul, seasoned bean sprouts. How is that different from the first thing on the list, which is seasoned soybean sprouts?
Soybean.
Ah, this is soybean, and this other one is toge.
Pure
Bean sprouts.
toge.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's bean
Yeah.
sprout.
So it's
Okay.
mongo. And then the other one
And then
is
see
ano,
oy bokum is like is this one also?
Cute.
So stir fry this bokum and then hobak is zucchini versus oy is cucumber. Language
I will
dissect.
research. 1 second. Google Translate.
Oh, see, and then this one like it cheated na. Watercress namul. So it's a seasoned watercress. But I feel like okay, to be fair, I love almost any dish that is a dark leafy green thing.
mm,
Like with garlic and or maybe stir fried or whatever. I love all these variations of it. At Sari One, they have kangkong,
yes.
but it's like it has the spicier sauce.
Yes.
It's not just a plain.
Which I think was attempts to make it more Filipino palate.
Unless it's just not.
Stronger,
It's a
stronger
different
flavor.
list. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this one I will not try. Mitch, you want to try?
Mu Seng Che. Mu Seng Che. You don't pronounce the AE kasi it's spelled as AE but it's pronounced
It's
as E. E. Eh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
So this.
namul daw means
Oh.
herb. Sabi ni Google Translate.
So it's the season part, I guess. No?
Yeah.
Oh, but this looks nice. Okay, I love radish also
Oh, I love
because
this then. Yeah.
it's a rare root crop that is also keto. So that I tend to have a lot of these. And
Mm.
then but this one is just it's made spicy with like I guess like samjan paste or that sort of thing. It's not like fermented. Okay. Gamjajorim.
Yay!
Okay, but it's just
Gamjad.
potatoes. And I can't have potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh.
We haven't encountered like the mashed
We haven't.
potato. Oh,
Ah.
what did?
Put
Mitch.
bechu. Put bechu. Chu.
And then but it's also donjang muchim. So it's put pechu donjang muchim.
Dojang muchim.
It's a
I
young
don't know.
cabbage. It looks like mini pechay.
Mm.
But again, like whatever green it is and garlic, I'm happy. Let's go. And then stir fried radish. Mu namul.
Muna mu.
Which
Yeah.
is it looks a lot plainer than the other one.
Mu means
Okay.
radish. M-U. Mu.
Ah, yeah. And then this one is vegetable pickles. Okay. It's different pickled vegetables.
Kamgaji.
Wait, so J
Ay,
is K?
Jang. Sorry,
Okay.
Jang. Sorry, nalito ako. Yeah, Jang Kaji. Kaji
Ah,
bukum.
Oh, this looks good. Again, eggplants. I'm
Mm.
on board when it's an eggplant thing. And then I haven't seen this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mu
okay.
Sengche.
So this one is where we approach Filipino cuisine.
Sweet and sour radish. But it's because there's literally two different
Mhm.
salads.
But it looks very laing. No, not laing. Very
Achara.
achara.
Okay. And I think that's this list in all my Comixology ads. So this is a different list for my Korean kitchen. And then, but they all look very different. Look at this one. This one is kelp noodle salad. What
Chon Sat
does
Che
kelp
salad.
taste like?
I don't know. I haven't tried
I don't
this.
know. Right? I have not tried this. Jed, of course, will eat everything though, which is fine. Okay.
Agree.
Yay.
Quick pickled radishes. Oh, there's no name for Mitch to pronounce.
Usually it's
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Pickled radish is dongchimi.
Mm.
Mu dongchimi, I guess.
Oh, look at this. Pan-fried Korean zucchini. And then
Oh,
there's
it's
a whole
good.
John.
Here, I
John.
sent you a link.
I like
Thank you.
pan-fried things, but then it also means that as long as I don't batter it, because sometimes if there's batter, then it stops
They
being
do
keto.
with egg. With
Egg's
egg.
fine. Egg's fine. As long as it's not like Pinoy batter or
Ah, okay.
crispy fry.
They
This is
batter
okay.
almost
This is just
everything.
mayor
Ah,
spicy gochujang mayo recipe.
Okay, this
umakahing.
seems very home cooked. Can we try the link I sent you?
I said another thing. Wait lang. I have to go to Facebook. I have
Yeah,
to.
that might be more
Ah,
interesting.
okay. I don't know. I looked at this too. I'm worried about it's very American. But sige, let's look at it. Because it's like Thrillist. Okay.
Hmm.
So,
Ayan.
but yeah, see, it's most likely in U.S. restaurants. Okay, let's take a look at U.S. side dishes. Okay,
So we
so
had
there's
this kanina.
yeah, Kong Namul again. So it's seasoned soybean sprouts,
Mm,
but the picture is
very different.
not this. There, because this is Cheong Po Muk Mung Bean Jelly. What?
This
Ooh.
looks yummy.
So it's like toge jelly.
Mm.
Garnish with a little sesame oil, soy sauce, maybe a little chili and scallion. Okay. Then of course a pickled radish, so that's standard. And this is seaweed. Whether be it dashima kelp seaweed. Okay, then we
Hmm.
probably have had seaweed or wakame, which we've had in
Hmm.
the other restaurant.
For the
Mm.
soup, yeah.
Kim.
Almost oily or irony, seaweed can pop in any dishes sizes. Love it together in English catch-all. Keep a special eye for tangy vinegary
Mm.
salads. Okay, okay. Ah, okay. Mitch,
Kam
gamja,
kamja selyo do do
do
do.
parang omelette du fromage, which is the potato salad. So can someone explain to me what's with Koreans and potato salad and mashed potatoes? Because there's like always variations on it.
Well, at least in Wikipedia, there was the shift to a vegetarian palate. There was a call for there was a prohibition in eating meat, and with that, um, with the fact that the peninsula is surrounded by mountains, they were really forced to find ways to make the most of vegetables, of
Mm.
For
fermentation,
that, yeah.
um, making stuff with honey, vinegar, ground pine nuts, and mustard. So that's what the website says, at least.
So it's interesting. Like in Sari one, it is sweet potato. It's a mashed
Mm-mm.
potato, but it's
Potato.
kamote. Yeah, and then in uh some other restaurants, it's just like this. It's like it looks like a potato salad with like carrots in it.
They
Okay.
love kamote, ah. As
Yeah.
in
Okay.
yung
Whoa.
steamed kamote.
Go, Mitch.
Geran? Geran is egg. Geran.
Or
Or mechurial jorin. Mechurial
wow, is
jorin.
this whole thing quail egg? Because if this is just eggs, the soy simmered chicken or quail egg. So it kind of looks almost century egg-ish, but I get it. It's like it's a sort of
Mhm.
boiled seasoned egg. Okay,
Yeah, that's my favorite. Kakduchi.
radish, radish and kimchi. That's always a good. I like that flavor profile.
Yeah, that's my
Okay,
favorite.
okay,
Umuk, bukum. Umuk is fish cake. Bukum is fried. We know what bukum
yay, good job, Mitch.
means.
Okay, so yeah, essentially stir fried dishes, and then most probably is the fish cake, which I've seen, and then I never trust if the fish cake is fully keto, but I
Mhm.
still like it because it's yummy, so I'll still have some.
Mm. Little bit.
Okay,
Huh.
then it's
Kamja
gamja
juri.
jorim or
Kukuma matang. Kukuma is
So
um
why is there two
parang
names?
kamote.
the type of potato you think.
The sweet potato is kukuma. Kuku
Ah,
kukuma. Yeah.
potato. So like
Sweet
regular
potato.
potato,
Yeah.
regular potato, and then more sweet potato.
Mm.
Okay, and then geran, which we know is egg.
Mari.
Mari
Yes.
roll like maki.
I think so.
Mm.
So,
Whoa,
so, sewo, mule, chill, buko.
and we know bukom is fried.
So
Fried.
this one, the closest we have to this locally, is when they serve it with the peanuts.
Yeah, we tend to get delis with peanuts, right?
Mm-mm.
And
Masarap yan.
the,
I like it.
yeah, it's like, I mean, if it weren't sugar, I would probably still eat. But then since it is, then Toby's the one who snacks on it. And then when we order from Sari One now for takeout, we'll always get at least two sets. So then he puts it away, so he has like munchies.
Yeah.
Just little containers of delis and nuts. Okay, then
Then,
sorry, this one. Oh,
John,
John, pancakes
pancake.
kind of.
Yeah. So you can add a lot of, normally you do yung scallion ba yun? Then you can also add other things.
John.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
John.
but then I'm always worried like this is not just egg, right? This still has this has batter. This is like
Yes.
it's partly a
Pancake.
pancake still.
Yes.
So
It's
I
really a
really can't
pancake.
eat it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I really can't eat this. And it's nice because Sari One naman has they have like the classic one, but then there's like remember when we used to get the full set, they
Mhm.
would also have like the really big pancake, which is
Yes.
like I think what the article says, like the classic green onion pancake.
Mhm.
But then at the same time, in the side dishes, they have a kimchi pancake,
Mhm.
which I really like when I could try it. And like, oh my gosh.
I'm wondering if we could try making our own. Remember,
Mm.
there were those recipes for keto where you use
Like almond flour or nothing?
almond flour or whey powder,
It always goes back to whey
and
powder.
then we can just get our kimchi. We do that. We deep fry it, and it might work.
It could be so funny because okay, to be fair, we tried it with my sister. She used unflavored whey as breading for fried chicken.
Ah.
She followed this
Interesting.
recipe for us
Mm.
for like American Southern cuisine, but keto, and it super worked. It worked. So then I'm like, oh, then whey is like the batter that we can always
Mm.
use because technically it's protein, but it has to be the
Mm.
unflavored. So none of that vanilla,
Strawberry,
chocolate,
chocolate.
whatever whey. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Okay, I miss the pancake. Okay, this
So
next
we've
one,
had that one. We've discussed that.
spicy
Two
pickled
kimchi.
cabbage, and then this
So
list is
can
over.
can you open the Banchan Wikipedia list? Because I want Mitch to try to help us understand how to say the different kimchi.
Okay.
It's time to get ready, Mitch. Okay.
Yeah,
So
thank you. I'm
Mitch,
practicing my Korean.
the
Thank you.
Wikipedia page, and sadly I can't hear you when you respond. I hear you like 12 seconds after.
Because you're listening to the live
Yeah.
feed. So sorry.
So there's a list of the different kimchi varieties.
Let me zoom in
Yeah.
for comfort. Oh, okay, not that bad.
Okay.
Okay, kimchi variants.
Okay.
And
Nambak.
with a Korean name, huh?
Yes. Nabak. So the first, the how do I, the what the one like letter L is
This one?
N. Yeah, yeah. That's na.
Okay.
Then the next one is bak. The one with the gun under. That's back. Then kimchi.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
kimchi
This
Korean
this
is,
last one, kimchi.
yes,
Okay.
kimchi. Yeah. Then next is
So wow.
zucchini. That's my favorite. And it's another favorite of mine. Then gotjori. Gotchori, the third one.
Because it's G could be K also. Yeah.
Yeah. Then kakduji.
What's with these
Yeah.
double Ks? How do you live with a double K?
So they have, I forgot how do you call batchin. I forgot how. Oh my god, I forgot my lessons already. But yeah, there are double K, double D, double S, double,
Hey, Lar.
yeah,
Hello, Lar.
those four I think.
German
Forgot.
also has a double S, which it also has a replacement symbol na parang it's a
Mm.
giant cursive S that you can insert. So things like heist, heist, which is HAISST, or the big S, which is name, or
Ah,
that sort of thing. Okay, okay, and then so I know oi is cucumber.
yay!
Lessons, but why is so
Hey!
baggy?
So waggy. So stop. cabbage. Sorry, stuffed cucumber.
Yeah, stuffed
Mm,
cucumber, stuffed with chili, spring onion, and buchu. What is
buchu.
buchu? Garlic chives. Okay.
Oh,
Wikipedia helpful.
Mm.
love
Okay.
them. Um,
Kongchak kimchi?
kimchi. Yeah, kimchi.
I don't know.
Kongjak kimchi. Then yol yol mo kimchi. So mo is radish, right? Oh, yol is young.
And
Oh,
it's
you learn
small
something.
summer radish. Oh nga no, kaya kasi moist radish. Ah, this is fun.
Mm. Did you know
Niche
that?
dissections.
Yeah, did you know that Korean is like the most scientific language according to linguistic people? So,
Talaga. Why
mm.
most scientific? Because they really have a clear structure for the words.
Yes, and even the pronunciation
Hi,
is like
Brian.
consistent. If you're pronouncing it right, it's consistent also. Normally, the shape of your mouth is the letter. Is the letter.
Mm.
Yeah.
The shape of your mouth is the letter.
So the EU, that's why my that like like that
Hmm.
the EU. But yeah, we can go on that
We
later
can look at
on.
the lower part.
Wait,
Pachim, got kimchi. Hey Brian,
what is pa?
pa? Let me check.
Is that scallion?
I'm doing Google Translate now. But I know other than Google Translate, you can also use papago.
Mm.
It's green onion.
Ah. So it's funny. This
Green.
episode is both talking about food and then learning Korean a bit. Okay,
Yay!
and
I know.
we'll jump past Gat because Toby wants to look at
Yeah.
something.
Well, we covered a lot of these in our lists earlier.
Oh yeah,
So
we did the
can,
different namul
yeah.
things.
But then
And the
so we
fried.
can look at the items we did not see.
But you want to go to the pictures, ba?
We'll reach there eventually. But like in the Gion, did we cover? Yeah, we had the
So
pancakes.
we didn't really have steamed things. I think. No, this Jim, Jim.
Jim.
No,
Jim.
I haven't seen
Just
those.
just pronounce one. Jim.
Yeah, Jim. No, Jim. Okay. Oh my
Jim.
God, look at that. Looks scary. Okay, it's a big pot
Ah,
of
Looks also
things.
expensive. That's why it's probably
Yeah,
not part of what we give out.
and then Gion is all the pancakes.
Mhm.
Okay,
yes.
okay, it's cool. Well, I love these Wikipedia pop-ups. No?
Mhm.
And so Danmuji has the pickled radish.
Mm.
I was weirded out by the different like pickled things that are different colors because then some are like bright pink
Mhm.
and then
Yes.
why why are we doing these colors? Okay, Kiara Mar. Oh, there's the omelette.
Mhm.
Okay,
Japchae. It's like
japchae.
the
It's
pancit.
really good.
I miss this though. But yeah, it's glass noodles
It's
and
not
the like.
good for you.
Isn't it because it's a rice
No.
noodle?
And wasn't this one of
Oh.
the first things we kept asking for again when we used to eat
Yeah,
out?
it's made from starch and water. Wait, let's see. Is it the same as shirataki? I don't think so.
No.
No, probably not. It's like all
Yeah,
starchy.
it's more glass.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And then the Korean potato salad. Yeah, okay. So in
So
the
we looked here.
pictures.
There's the egg that we used to get.
Oh my god, and now I get it now. Garen is egg.
Mm.
Garen Jim is
Yes,
steam.
egg.
Steam egg. Ah!
Yay!
It's the ingredient and the cooking style.
Mm.
Egg steam. And then these are pancakes because it's John. Okay,
Now you
okay, that's
know.
cool. Wow, Mitch, so educational.
So,
So
Mitch,
try to click the
what started your
second one.
interest in learning the language?
Um, because I love watching the show, so I want to understand it without the subtitles so that I can do other
Wow.
things at the same time.
That's valid. That's valid.
Yeah.
That's our we have the reverse challenge when we're like watching when we decide to watch a subtitled show, then we can't do it like while we're cooking or we have to sit down and focus and like catch up. We can medyo kaya pa while we're eating, but it's super like we're eating like this and
Focus.
you're watching.
Yeah. Then I guess I learned about the food. Oh my god, the food is good. If there is a chance for me to like stay there for 6 months and still have a job, yes. But of course, let's check on the conditions. Let's be careful what we wish for.
Yeah. Okay. There's like more pictures of
Oh
things,
yeah.
and then it looks
Oh, look at
generally
this. The one, two, three, uh, third row, third photo.
third row. That's the egg. Third row, third photo. Gera and Mari
It's the roll. Yum yum.
with seaweed inside.
Yes,
Ah, okay.
yes.
Oh my god. And it's beef strips with hard boiled egg.
See, you can have your own meal on I mean with Banchan alone.
So why do you think it is that I don't know if you've encountered in as much as you're focused on the language, but maybe with the different shows or
Mm.
stuff. Is there a story why there are so many side dishes?
I think it depends on the region. Or
But it's like a very interesting approach to food. Na parang why must there be 1 million side dishes all the time? Because
yeah,
because we don't have something similar. At most, it's
yeah.
like no. Here, I feel like we're more
Kutsara?
like rich. Achara is like, but it's always like actually we're more we would more prefer to have multiple ulam than
Yeah.
like many side dishes. So it's just interesting. Na wonder how this evolved and why did they decide to um,
I
store
I
it.
I, I just read na it kind of the culture came from the Buddhism culture where meat is not like it's a privilege. Therefore, they kind of expand in that. And it's part of the tradition of pickling it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, fermenting it rather. Yeah.
Mm.
So try to look for like the jars. They're amazing jars that they use to ferment it.
Oh, I think I've seen like shows like
The
that.
view, the yeah, big jars, the big brown jars.
Oh
Oh no,
well,
no,
this
not
is
that.
not like these are all at home. Ah, like this.
Yeah, yeah, that one.
Yes.
So when you open it up, oh, uy, radish kimchi. Uy, it's another kind of.
And then I'm sure there's like kimchi tours or something or like where you can
Yes,
see kimchi production.
So
yes.
part of what may be involved is of course the war related events
Okay.
that happened.
Ah,
So
yeah.
food that
So
always affects food supply.
from the Japan occupation of the peninsula, of course they were forced to combine farms into large scale farms, which then had them focus more on grain related stuff for consumption.
Rice.
And
Okay.
then with the Korean War, there was of course food provisions being limited. Then they were forced to find inexpensive meals that used meats in a small way to heighten
Ah,
vegetables and stuff. So parang it was a lot of adjustments in that way.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
But the bulgogi restaurants gave rise to a middle class.
yeah.
And then that's when meat eating started to become more popular again.
Mm.
And then there's geography, which of course, they mentioned the mountainous terrains at 70% of the nation.
Ah, really? I
Hmm.
didn't realize Korea's so mountainy.
It, there's a couple of
So grains have a huge myth
But
here. One foundation myth relates to Jumong, who received barley seeds from two doves sent by his mother after establishing the kingdom. Another one speaks of three founding deities who were wed to princesses who brought five grains, which were the first seeds planted. So there's a lot of going back
that's cool.
to the importance of grain.
So Mitch, at least you know, but you've been to Korea na, right?
yes.
So what's your best impression of it? What did you like most about going to Korea?
What food? It's like if you go to like this. of tourist spots. Let's say Hongdae or Myeongdong. Hongdae is like their university belt. Myeongdong is like their shopping district. Like it's very touristy. Then there's like restaurant every canto. Particularly Hongdae, there's a lot of samgyeopsal. So you can eat in this restaurant, that the same restaurant that Gordon Ramsay ate also. Then
Mm.
there's another restaurant that this from a famous Korean chef Park shucks, I forgot his name. But yeah, there's another one. But yeah, the food,
Mm.
I like the food. The also that thing about having to still the culture even though it's modern. Yeah, you walk around, ooh, palace. Just walk around another
Mhm.
corner building, and another corner, ooh, palace again. So I like that they were able to preserve the culture. I like those cities. Yeah.
How do Korean restaurants like here compare to Korean restaurants in actually, in actual Korea?
So one thing is different is that you pay at the counter. So they the first time I ate alone, I traveled yeah, the first time I traveled alone to Korea. And I think the waiter knows that I'm foreigner. Like, then he told me, pay there. Pay there. Just, okay. Then I think the ordering would be you can just call the waiter like Chogyo. It's like excuse me. Then you say let's say you want to order samgyeopsal. Samgyeopsal hana is one. Then bap hana is one. Oh, another change in culture is that they eat rice at the last part. I think it's similar to Chinese. The rice is at the last part. It's like a
At,
course meal.
huh? So how
So
does that work? Why is rice at the last part?
so when you grill things, so you grill it there. You know that all of those oils. Then you
Yeah.
ask the waiter, "Cholyo, baphana," and they're gonna put it there. Then you stir fry it and all those oil and other things. Then you can add the banchan of the uh, spinach so that it can have certain flavor. I look for that. I really don't know why. It's like it's like the end of the meal. The rice is at the end. Then after
That
that, you eat cold noodles.
that kind of makes sense though. I mean, like, because the rice is super heavy, and if you eat it all throughout, you're gonna get full faster. So if you eat
Yeah.
it all the way at the end, then yeah, then you save space for it.
And I guess parang your dessert is a final meal.
And then but I like the thought of like then all the flavors of everything
Mhm.
you've grilled now can become part of
It's the
your
equivalent
rice
of us using bread to simot the adobo
or the pasta
or the
sauce.
Yes, yeah. Then
I've
they
never
eat
seen
cold
that done
noodles.
here.
Ah, because we always, rice. Kailangan may kasama ng rice. And the rice is unlimited. Yeah.
hey Mina.
Uh, then another thing is, yeah, there's a lot of variety of banchan. Some often than not, it's self-serve. You can just go to the counter. Let's say I will ask, oh, can I
So
have another
self-serve
drink?
banchan.
He'll just point out there.
How whenever you're
There.
imitating a waiter, they always seem to be like just very like very pay there, go there.
There,
Are
yeah.
there,
And yeah, dessert. Oh, yeah, I mentioned about cold noodles. So if they do not eat rice, they will eat somehow cold noodles to finish the meal. It's normally the broth is made of radish, yung pinag-fermentan ng radish, the dongchin. Yeah, that's one. Then
Hey
oh, you
Noel.
eat it. So just it's like cleansing all the oils that you have in the body right after you eat. I like
yeah, I
that.
like I do like the cleansing power of any of the sort of pickled radishy things. And then it's like when we were talking about our sashimi discovery before. Like it's when we
Oh,
fully appreciated the role of the
the
pickled
pickle
ginger to
ginger.
cleanse. Then it's like a nice fresh feeling. So admittedly, I tend to be like when we go to Sariwan and we dine in, all the way to the end, we'll still be asking like, can you refill this that. I still want I want to end my meal. I still have like some kimchi pa, and then I
Yeah.
still like the radish things. So that's fun. That's
By
fun.
the way, you can also grill your kimchi.
You can
Oh, you
grill
can.
the kimchi.
Yeah. Then you can add the rice, and it's part of the grilled kimchi rice.
But I don't have the rice, so it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Because you can grill the kimchi and
Yeah,
then add
I
the
think we
rice.
tried that
I
a
think
few
we did.
times.
Yeah, we tried grilling the
Because I
kimchi.
remember we heard about grilled kimchi from Aina. So there was a time when we
Yes.
were there, I started putting the kimchi, and you're like, Toby, what are you doing?
Okay, because we weren't like doing it when like the meat was cooking. He was shy, so he'll wait for the waiter to be done. He's killed the fire, and then like in the lingering heat, you'll see Toby putting things on the burner. And just let's just see like what will happen. Um, Mitch. Okay, other
Yeah.
question. Do you know anything about what's with the raw garlic?
Ah. Huh. I forgot
Ah, Noel has never tasted kimchi.
the kimchi.
Why? Yeah.
Huh.
We don't know what to send Noel.
Okay, Noel, you're gonna
Raw
get kimchi.
garlic.
No,
We'll
I
get him
think
a small
it's
jar
like
next grocery.
cleanse also. Cleansing or cleansing the
maybe
palate. Or
cleansing, but it's super
yeah.
strong.
They
Okay, and it's
normally dip it in the samjang, the red
the
soy
red sauce.
bean
Yeah.
paste. But there's the other red one, the gochujang. That's much spicier. I don't like that. I like the little bit mild red. The
I
samjang.
agree. I'm okay with the samjang sauce. It's not like, oh no, Mitch, are you still there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Ayun,
here.
yun. Bumaba yung net. Okay, you froze for a moment. I like the samjang sauce. That's what we normally get with the samgyeopsal. Because then
Mm.
it's like milder and then I can keep adding. If
Mm.
it's the gochujang, it's like, oh my god.
And then there's that
It's
nice oil
creamy.
with pepper and salt.
Yeah, the buchesal, the
You
sesame oil
normally
with salt and pepper.
yeah, you normally dip there the beef, because yeah, it's the beef. But with me, with beef, I normally just dip it in salt or
Mm.
samjang. Samjang is love. Oh, hi, Noel.
I'm okay to do both. It's like I will dip it
It's
in the
good.
samjang, and then I have the some of the soy, and I really like with some of the salt. I'll dig out the salt from the
And
bottom.
parang we make sandwiches, di ba? We'll like we'll get the lettuce,
Oh,
then we'll put the meat, and then we'll put some banchan, and then we'll put the sauce, and then we'll
Yeah. Well, mainly now my thing now is like I'll really make like lettuce, samgyeopsal, and then I'll put the sauce. I'll put the sesame, and then I'll put one of the raw ginger things.
garlic.
A
me
garlic.
too
Sorry,
there.
I've gotten very
Garlic.
used to eating the garlic, and then I'll wrap the lettuce all and then eat.
Mm.
Or
Okay.
if I can, handy enough, I can dip that into the sesame oil with salt, and then rawr.
Yeah. Now I don't know if it's just because of sariwan, but I don't see banchan that has tofu.
There
I
are.
don't know
There
why.
are.
Parang the tofu was always in the soup or in a different dish.
Well, Nick, no, Mitch is saying there are naman.
There
But yeah,
are.
parang we don't see it a lot here. I guess because it's not
Yeah.
popular.
Hmm. Normally,
Parang they're trying to feel. I think they're trying to address the Filipino palate. So since we understand achara, they give us a lot more of the pickled
Mhm.
or kimchi things because it's
yes.
familiar.
The fermented things.
Whereas the tofu things tend to be very mild and bland,
And
depending on
it's
the
easier
tofu, of
to
course.
prepare the fermented things. It's easy to
And then the
prepare.
fermented things are easier to prepare and they
It's
hold
like scoop
longer.
it out.
Kasi tofu, syempre, may shelf life, may preparation. If you want nice cubes, then it's
Mm.
harder. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Noel, you never been in a Sanggupsal resto.
And you know, Noel, it doesn't have to be the unlimited crazy places. Like they're just
Yeah.
nice Korean barbecue restaurants.
Mm-mm.
That's our Sari One life. Like Sari One is not a buffet, but it's good food. And then we just keep going back.
Yeah.
Because it's our
And you,
and it's the same family of like Soban
And
and
Noel doesn't eat meat.
oh, that's true too though. Noel
that's
also doesn't eat meat kasi. But still,
why.
there's like a lot for Noel to eat in Korean food, even
There's a
without
lot of
the meat.
Does
banchan.
Mitch have any
It's not a
recommendations?
banchan.
Does Mitch have any recommendations of non-meat
Oh yeah.
Korean options.
Yeah, Mitch, what would be your recommendation? You
For
think?
non-meat, uh, huh. They have this soup that has like octopus in it. Really nice octopus. And there's also the
I think that's still
um
meat though.
oh okay. Oh really?
Just
Oh
vegetables.
Fish.
vegetables. Um no chicken?
None. That's also meat.
Oh, oh
Mitch,
th- th-
we're now
definitely
playing a new version of It's Not Keto.
it's not keto. Oh my god. Definitely there are, but I cannot
Actually,
remember the name. Yeah,
Noel,
but
do you have egg?
No, egg is also ano.
Counted yun, no? Bawal
Yeah,
din.
it's still from animal.
Yeah.
vegetarian. I'm now googling vegetarian
But
Korean food.
yes, Noel, we'll be glad to bring you, and we'll study ahead of time to figure out what
We'll
to
map
eat.
out.
I refuse to believe
Yeah.
that there's nothing, because considering that there's a strong like Buddhist side to it, then
There
I'm
should be.
sure there are
Definitely.
strong. Oh, Noel still eats egg. Okay,
Okay.
that's helpful.
You can have Geran Jim.
You can just have the steamed egg, the Korean
Well,
pancake. Yes.
there's
Ah,
bibimbap.
because you're vegetarian and not vegan. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Um,
There's also bibimbap
so
The
where you
whole
can have
first list we
vegetables.
looked at was all, but it's all banchan. I
here.
mean, like you don't want to just give Noel side dishes.
So there's sweet crispy mushrooms. There's braised tofu, the
Mm.
cucumber banchan,
Yeah, even the potato, and then the
Bibimbap.
cucumbers.
zucchini dumplings,
Mhm.
eggplant rolls.
Bibimbap, if just without like adding beef to it. Yeah, then it's like
Yes.
rice and veg and kimchi. Yeah, that
And
could
there's
work.
a bit of egg, yeah.
Kong namul japchae,
And I'm sure there's
Oh,
like there must
no.
be a vegetarian japchae, you know,
There
tofu
is.
bibimbap.
in many tofu dishes. Okay, yeah,
Yes.
we'll find. My gosh, another more plans after quarantine. Things that we all
The
want to do.
adventure.
Mm-mm.
The
Okay,
Korean food.
so I think this is a fun little exploration of
Mm-hmm.
kimchi and other side dishes. I don't know. Is there anything, Mitch, that you want to add, or like, is there a side dish that wasn't
Or
like covered that you want to bring up?
or is there like a place locally that you super recommend if we wanted to
Mm.
eat Korean food and it's what you found to be
And it doesn't have to be a
uh,
sangyup salamat situation or a
Um,
romantic baboy.
boy. Oh, the Sara one is good. I also like the. Spider, what's that name of the restaurant? Sibyon.
Sibuli.
Yeah, I like that. I like
I
their
didn't like their sides. They're the ones with the very bright pink pickled radish.
really. Oh, I like that. Oh, just give
I
it to
mean, I
me.
like it's okay, but parang I guess because compared to Sari one, I prefer the sides in Sari one than Sibili. But it's not bad. It's not bad. But it's that it's all the same family. It's they're all just making fun of me. It's the same group.
or baka naman we don't like Korean food. We just like sariwa.
No, okay. You know what's funny? Wait, wait. Let me get the bag.
Oh, you have the bag?
We always have the bag.
So Noel does share that he had to eat seafood recently, so kaya siguro. But hinay-hinay lang. So
Kasi,
small
Uh,
amounts.
So it's the Happy Foods
happy foods.
group, diba? And then it's Sari one, it's
So
Soban,
bad.
it's
Sibyon.
Sibili. it's the
They're all
it's
in the
the three.
family.
It's all so I can say we like Sari one more than the others. It doesn't matter. It's the same company.
That's
They're still
true.
making money.
Mina mentions, I like the cheese dip. Kaya lang it's carbs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
when you
kasi
grill it, yeah, melted.
because you don't know what cheese it is. It is most likely the more affordable processed cheese and not necessarily like pure
Like,
mozzarella,
Mhm.
which is not. Yeah, so it's scary. I like the cheese dip thing, and I feel like that's a whole different episode because then we're gonna have to talk about like grilling.
Yeah.
Technically,
yeah,
we're talking about the banchan only today.
Yes.
expanded. I forgot. There's also this restaurant in Makati. It's near the Avenue Hotel. That's a Gilid siya. I forgot the name of that restaurant. It's a Korean restaurant. They serve good banchan. It's not like it's not unlimited beef. You can like accept me. It's good. Yung
I
vegan.
don't mind. I don't mind the non-buffet places because then it's less people, and
Mm.
then you just get to like enjoy. Sorry, that's like number one. You can enjoy your food in peace because
Yes.
so like we've never eaten at a Sangyup Salamat officially.
Oh,
Mm.
Nor have we ever eaten at a romantic baboy. Although
Mm.
yun, I
I
want to
haven't.
try just for the heck of it. But kasi nga ang haba ng pila palagi, and then like, let's just go over to
And
Sariwan,
then
and
and
then
then you
I'm
have those
okay.
other places na may band pa.
Like
Oh,
K
what was
Zone,
K-pop?
ah,
K
okay. Yeah, the one that
K-Zone's a
sells.
magazine. Mina is asking why are there so many Korean restaurants in Poblacion?
because
Is it
Poblacion
not Korean
changes
town?
every month.
Because there's many Koreans. So I don't
Yeah, and
know.
there's a lot of Koreans there.
Yeah, just oh my god. And
Wasn't Poblacion before all Japanese
ah,
restaurants and then
and then the other reason why we can't really do them the buffets because typically it's unlimited meat, but then most of them are the marinated ones,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So I can't. So then that's why we only have like the very plain. We just have wusangyu. We just have wusangyu. Like,
Mm.
just the beef. You could probably get the unmarinated
Pork.
pork then,
Yes.
but then yeah, we'll just get the beef. So between me and Toby, we'll finish just one 250-gram thing, but then like many sides. So like when we order
Mm.
now from Sari One, it's like we'll just order one Wusanggyup order and then a dosheng jjigae, yung medyo
Yeah.
kimchi soup
Sige.
thingy.
Yes.
And then I'll chop half a head of garlic
Oh.
and then at least a head of lettuce so that I have more lettuce. And then banzai. That's why when we eat, it looks like there's a big salad on the side because they give them some
Okay.
lettuce and
Mhm.
garlic, but it's like, syempre, it's just one serving. So I have more. So yun yung buffet namin.
That's good.
Yeah, Noel confirms Koreatown in Poblacion.
Mm.
Okay,
That's fine.
simple.
It's something that we can discover later on once all of
I
these places.
Yeah, we have never, at least recently, at least together, we've never been to Poblacion. We've never done anything there. Nico then will obviously will want us to try stuff.
To go there. It's in
Noel
Pampanga.
says, the biggest Korean town
Oh,
he's ever been to was in Pampanga near Clark. Pero cakes lang nakain sa mga restaurant.
bakit?
Because I guess it's easier to avoid
Yeah,
the grill stuff.
the
Okay.
real stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I miss bulgogi. Was it bulgogi with the no, with the potato noodles?
Mhm.
Or is it something else? I can't remember what it was. I think it is. Wait,
Uh, tok,
sorry.
tok, bulgogi.
I don't know the specific name of the noodles, but then like it was part of a dish. Cause there when we would get
Tokbeji?
you would get the
Bulgogi.
bulgogi set nga.
Yeah, bulgogi.
And then they would have a little soup, and then there would be like potato noodles.
So it had the
in the thing.
dome where you cook the meat.
Yeah, it was the dome thing with like a river around it.
Because since the dome would have the juices go down to the soup.
Yeah. And then it was like the potato noodles inside. And then,
Yeah.
yay. That was like that used to be our regular order at Sariwan. It was like we get the bulgogi set, which had like the pancake and then this spicy chicken thing and then
Mm.
that. And then the soup. So dami. And then when I went keto, it's like, oh, we can't get the sets anymore because I can't eat the
Oh.
And
pancake.
at first you thought we'd stop Sariwan.
Yeah, I
But
thought
was
we'd
like,
give up
no,
Sariwan.
let's look. And then, di ba, we started asking, ano po ba dito walang marinate? Meron,
Mhm.
sir. Okay, we'll get
Yeah, we
that.
had to like study the whole from the grill menu,
New.
and then like, okay, we can only get the usagi, so let's do this.
Oh.
Noelle says, "Eat at Kaya, the one in Jupiter." My mom recently has been like, I think that's her default for ordering Korean food for delivery when she for here, and then she'll get extra like kimchi. Oh my god, did you ever encounter there was like a fast food chain that was named and it was named Kimchi?
Kimchi. Yes.
Yeah. So I grew up that my parents would always like, we'd always go, there's a food court. Sa SM food court may kimchi. And then you'd
Mhm.
always get Korean barbecue. So parang dun pa lang, it's like, then exposure na to kimchi na.
Mm.
And the toge side
The,
dish.
the, a
The cheap
toget
side
side.
dish. It's so hard to manage toge though when we grocery for it. Kasi parang they always sell it in like really large quantities. And then it's like, what am I gonna do with all this toge? And then I end up stir frying like so much. And then I don't know what to do.
Mhm.
It's like noodles, pero you cut it up for a kid.
Ah,
Diba? Kasi
per-
ano, small.
perhaps you can learn how to make it
Unless you
kimchi.
use toge as a pasta substitute.
Yun nga eh. So it felt, it like has a noodly crunch, but not quite.
Heck,
But
yeah.
only if you lightly, it's like, that's why when I parang I'll stir fry everything else, and then towards the end, I kill the heat, and then I add in the toge, and then I quick stir fry that, para it's still crunchy. Para hindi siya masyado, because if it's, when you cook it too much naman, it gets soft na.
Oh,
So there's that crisp at the beginning. And then I haven't done that in a while. Kasi nga tinatamad ako palagi na, ano, I'll have to buy like this mound of toge from the supermarket.
itanim mo kasama ng mango, apple,
Apple,
whatever.
whatever. We are already in negotiations with Toby's family in Parañaque to transplant the trees na so that they can
Oh.
escape their plastic prisons uh, and have a proper life in the lot next door. So,
But the mango tree has like around 10 leaves now growing.
but it's like not growing super tall. It hasn't gotten taller than my Jetfire transformer. The pepper though is crazy.
Oh.
The pepper is like, and Toby built this massive contraption of chopsticks, um, and it has grown higher.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm on to Toby because his family got him all these balloons for his birthday, and then there are all these plastic balloon sticks. So the balloons naturally have been slowly dying, and I see Toby like, it's dead now. Then he'll go throw away the balloon. The sticks
What
are all
happened?
here. So
Preparing for the plants?
I suspect he's preparing for more plant construction. So, oh my gosh.
You're gonna have
Mine
a
says
wine?
Chapche is vegetarian. I think the proper Chapche should be. But then minsan, there are some restaurants, they add like a little pork or
Oh yeah.
little small pieces of meat. So I guess for Noel's sake, if we do that, we have to make sure it's okay. And then, okay, look. So the tree,
That's the mango, right?
yeah, it's like fighting, but it's in chocolate covered almonds container.
Yeah, it has some brown tips because
heat.
the drainage is not working that well. So may salt deposits in soil.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Wala, I don't have kasi a drain eh. So
Yeah.
it's not the optimal. So that's why I have to sacrifice them to Parañaque to grow.
Don't
Escape
hug the
there.
plant.
Parang baby, di ba? I'll eat you. Ha? No, I won't.
What?
Sorry, this is Toby has done this to babies and dogs. So
No, with plants.
and now it plants. This is the hierarchy of things. Okay, I think we can wrap up. And I guess that this formally kicks off the rest of Mitch week, because all our topics this week, except for yesterday, but all the other topics this week are suggested by Mitch.
Oh.
So, and it hindi siya sadya. It was just like we were looking for topics like what feels like a Friday, what feels like a nice thing for Sunday, what feels like a nice thing for Garen. And then it's like, oh, these are all Mitch suggestions from the list. So, yeah, but not a problem. And thank you so much for dropping into the episode
Yes.
today to
Yeah,
help
thanks
us
for having
um,
me.
have a bit more cultural context and at the same time help you practice your Korean.
Hey! Yeah, I'm graduating this Saturday. They have this
Yay!
online thing, weirdly ish. So yay!
Is there a ceremony? Is there a live we can watch and tune in and then
There is. I'm waiting for the link. They said it is, but I don't know. It's so funny. Like, oh my graduation. So funny.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that will be fine. You can let us know, and then
Yay!
we'll see it. Para kaming graduating, the parents. And then they'll take pictures of the Zoom. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And then anything else, Toby? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. For
Well,
those who are curious, this Thursday, because we won't have an episode tomorrow, will be all about summer is here. That's everything from the cold drinks we recommend to trivia about summer and anything else that might come to mind
I don't
because
know.
it's a
Ang
summer thing.
haba ng description ni Mitch for this episode. So, we'll try to do it justice. Kasi nga, kala ko lang drinks lang eh. But no, it's like summer's here and then cold drinks
And then
and then
trivia, like
trivia.
Americano
Yeah.
is coffee on ice. And
So, it's a very Mitch topic. CA. Noel says congrats.
we
Yay.
won't be having a Friday episode because we'll be having another RPG session.
Yeah.
But on Sunday, we are having an episode.
But things to look forward to in quarantine. And then examples, of course, is like when your latest Lazada or Shopee delivery is going to arrive today.
Mhm.
So, yay. Things like that.
So they can range from things to look forward to despite the pandemic, as well as things to look forward to once the pandemic is over.
Yes. Like apparently we all have to take Noel out for Korean. So
Mhm.
and
yes.
and give him a proper Korean experience. And we'll just give him all the side dishes. This is your whole meal. We'll order extra rice.
What other egg dishes do you have?
Geran
Oh my God,
Marie,
that'll
the
be
rogue.
such fun.
Okay.
And we should have more. No, we have to have more Baduy Pride guests.
Yes,
So
we
thanks
will.
for
We
this,
will.
Mitch.
We will.
Super. I know it was very last minute.
Yan, napasok lang ako ng
Okay.
air.
So yeah, that's
Gabi-gabi na. No? Okay, we're gonna wrap up. So Toby,
all right. So that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you had fun. We'll see you again next time.
for questions or suggestions for future episodes, be like Mitch and submit them at the Google form bit.ly Baduy Pride Ideas because Mitch still
Sure.
dominates the suggestion list. Okay, you can follow us on Twitter, all Toby no shade, RG Suniko.
You can also check out our blog, budaypray.com, for all the previous episodes and stuff about us.
Feel free to continue the conversation in the comments below. What's your favorite banchan? Why have you not tried kimchi? As it was mentioned earlier, it cures everything.
Everything.
And do you ever get nervous ordering because you don't know if I'll pronounce it right?
Yes, I will just point to this. I want these. Okay. And be sure to subscribe for notifications, whether on Facebook or YouTube, so you don't miss our next live stream. Once again, I'm Rocky,
And I'm Toby.
and this
And
is.
Mitch, Baduy Pride, annyeong!
Now we look like Terrace House.
Annyeong!
wrong country. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Tayo.